risk.
Yeah, I think that's my main problem with it is, and also there was a scene, there was a sequence in that last season of The Boys that really turned my stomach, and the bit in the dungeon with Huey and I was just like, this is gratuitous. Like this isn't just like shock value, haha, we're having fun. Like this has crossed the line.
Yeah.
And I get that is kind of what that comic series is, what that like franchise is.
Mm-hmm.
But that franchise is its best when it is delivering really smart commentary and satire on like the superhero genre and politics and hold on. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Motherfucker. See, it's always a problem because I only sneeze in sets of 3 most of the time.
That means you got 2 more waiting for
Yeah,
us.
and there's I feel one coming along. Oh, we're starting a little late, aren't we? Shit. All right.
A wizard is never late.
Let's go.
Whoever's here early. Finish the quote.
Welcome back to Jedi Enclave. I'm Daniel.
I'm Chris.
And Chris has a line that he would very much like you to know from Lord of the Rings. Chris, take it away.
Well, now I can't do it.
Well, you seem really upset that I interrupted you.
Yeah, I'm upset because you interrupted you, not because you didn't let me finish the line.
Oh, now I derailed our whole podcast. Oh, man. Anyway.
It's not like we were on the rails to begin with.
That's true. This is the Jedi Enclave Presents. Now, this is Podcasting Podcast, your weekly podcast about Star Wars accessories.
And some things that aren't Star Wars at all.
Yeah, and that's okay. We'll all learn to live with it. What are we doing this week? Oh, we're talking about we had some Star Wars news.
Yeah, a little bit.
Some Marvel Zombies, 4-episode little mini series that Marvel did this last week that I kind of liked. Gen V season 2, I think episode 4 and 5, and then I think next week we're back to just single episodes.
Yes,
because the release schedule works.
We personally will have caught up by then.
Right. But while you're here, and excuse my face right now because I'm all of a sudden having a little bit of
there's a shit ton of pollen outside.
Yeah,
because
I'm having a histamine crisis right now, so I'm very sorry if I sound stuffed up or I start sneezing maniacally. I'm so sorry. I was telling Chris during our little pre-show that I only, for some reason, sneeze in sets of 3.
And you just had 1, so which means there's 2
It was
more.
really weird. I think that's the first time since I was like a little kid since I've only sneezed a singular time. But to be fair, before that, I did literally sneeze 12 times. So
take that as you will.
I don't know how the universe works. I don't know if there's like there's a medical explanation. If you're a doctor, you're watching the podcast, and you can tell me why I only sneeze in sets of 3, I'd be very interested to know why that is. But yeah, welcome to our podcast. While you're here, if you could give us a like on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Discord, and then also on Blue Sky. Those are things, it doesn't cost you anything, but we end up appreciating it a whole bunch. So, and always look on the bright side. It's not like we're doing a Mike Lindell pillow, ad or anything in the middle of our podcast. So, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps our little bitty channel.
And it's not like we're making any money off this.
So,
I mean, outside of the regular checks Kathleen Kennedy mails us personally.
Sure, I just got mine today.
For being Disney shills.
Bryce Dallas Howard had some exciting news this week. So first of all, we're going to blend a couple of these into one.
Mm-hmm.
First of all is that filming on Ahsoka Season 2 Wrapped. Fucking done. This is from Star Wars Newsnet.
Either last week or this week, yes.
Specifically between September 29th and October 3rd
Mm-hmm.
is when principal photography on Ahsoka Season 2 has wrapped. And
it sounded like the big stars were done last week, but they still had some smaller things to shoot.
like pickup shots and,
Yes,
and stuff, yeah.
so they're not totally finished until
Right.
the end of this week.
And I wonder if they'll do reshoots.
Almost certainly. 'Cause
Yeah.
everything does reshoots.
And so I am so confused about what is happening in Star Wars right now because if Mandalorian and Grogu and Ahsoka were far away from each other on the timeline, I could see them like coexisting and just being in different little slots and having their own little conflicts. But they're very, very close together timeline-wise. And I have no idea how we are going to give a single fuck about Mando hunting random Imperials when we know that Thrawn has arrived in the galaxy, right?
Yeah.
And how are they going to handle the Thrawn thing? And I think that you and I are both of the same opinion, which is that the Mandalorian and Grogu was supposed to be the big feature
Yes.
that tied everything together, and Thrawn was probably going to be the bad guy, and there was going to be a big Avengers style. Everyone was going to come together to beat Thanos and everything.
That is very much not the case.
That's very clearly not what they're doing now. And I think we both suspect it's because people saw Hayden Christensen and Ahsoka. They got a little teary-eyed and they got a little nostalgic, and they were like, we fucking, this is the best show we've ever seen. Fuck The Sopranos. Fuck Breaking Bad. Fuck House of the Dragon. This Ahsoka Season 1 is the best show that's ever been written because Hayden Christensen is in it. And you know what? Part of you is right. Like, that was really fucking cool, right?
I mean, that was a really good sequence where
Yeah.
Ahsoka was all in her
Several
feelings.
sequences. He's in that motherfucker a lot because he's in there as a hologram
Mm-hmm.
because he uploaded a couple of lightsaber lessons to like Khan Academy, and and Ahsoka is like able to watch them, and then he shows up in her Force trips.
Yeah, her fever dream where she
Yes.
almost dies.
And then he shows up at the end as a Force ghost,
Yeah, just saying, hey, how you doing?
which you would think that Anakin Skywalker, knowing what just happened as a Force ghost,
Mm-hmm.
was like, someone better tell my son about what just happened. Because
Alternatively,
none of them know.
You know what? He's got
yeah,
this.
he'll be all right. So obviously showrunners or Disney was like, you know what, we better do a second season of this because, oh man, those Disney Plus subscriptions, oh, they taste so sweet. Those are good little snacks, which is really funny because Disney, if you really want to hold on to those Disney Plus subs, don't fire people like Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Did you hear about? Oh my God, Disney got kicked in the dick so hard after Jimmy Kimmel got fired or taken off the air or whatever.
They certainly deserved it.
Like, they lost like $8 billion or something. And
like, no, change course. Jimmy, get back here.
Like, you know, at Disney, like Kathleen Kennedy's office, not that she's a star, she works for Star Wars
she's not involved in this
but
at
you
all.
know, you know how those people's brains, right? It's Kathleen Kennedy's run the whole thing. And you know that there's like an alarm in her office that just started wailing. It's like, oh God, get that back on the air. What were we saying? So principal photography is wrapped on Ahsoka, and then also Bryce Dallas Howard,
is going to be one of the directors
Yeah.
for this season 2.
For at least probably one, if not more than one episodes. I would expect.
Said she confirmed she was doing. No, I misread. You're right. At least one, possibly more.
Yeah. So she worked on Mandalorian.
2 episodes. 2 episodes of the 8-episode season.
The one that I really remember from Mandalorian, and the reason is because it was a clear homage to her father, was the Mandalorian episard where they crash into the water planet, or they almost crash into the water planet, and then they crash into the water planet. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
It's where they meet Bo-Katan.
Oh, yeah.
For the first time in season 2.
Yeah.
I think that's what episode that was, because there's a beautiful shot of the Razor Crest falling through the atmosphere and like lighting on fire, and it is shot for shot Apollo 13, which her father directed. And there's a shot in the cockpit of like moisture coming up from the dials and like floating and just like in the movie, like shot for shot. And I didn't realize, like, Bryce Dallas Howard is kind of a talented director in her own right, which is not surprising really to me at all, except that most people know her as an actor. She was in the Jurassic World reboot. She's been in a handful of other things as well. I think most people have just kind of seen Bryce Dallas Howard as an actor and not like a Star Wars director. And she had some really good shit in Mandalorian that I liked a lot. So I would imagine that they probably, hopefully there are no filler episodes in this show, but those aren't the episodes they're going to waste Bryce Dallas Howard on.
I would imagine not.
So she's probably going to be directing some of the actual like consequential episodes. Before we get going again, the Galaxy of Star Wars says, hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Steve says, Ahsoka season 2 ? Can barely hear you.
Oh.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, it looks like
you should be able to hear us now.
Right.
I'm not.
You might have made it too loud now.
That does look normal, right?
That
meter looks normal. Oh God.
Now you made us insecure. Thanks a lot.
Okay, turned my TV down. God damn it, Steep. You have me over. Okay. We're moving on. Fuck you guys. Okay. Star Wars Starfighter.
Oh, yeah.
It's another thing that I don't understand. Okay. The more I read about this, the more the rumor mill is churning, the more this next thing makes sense.
Okay.
Which is that what we know for sure is that Ryan Gosling and this other kid, Flynn, whatever the fuck,
are in a movie currently titled Star Wars Starfighter.
Right. And there's some baddies after them and they're running away from him. Now, the rumor mill is apparently this kid's mother is a Jedi. And now you got like...
Okay, number one, that is a lot of Order 66 survivors.
No, it's way after that. This is post... I believe that this is post Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In that case, that's a lot of fucking Snoke burns Uncle Luke's Jedi camp survivors.
I think maybe instead, what is more reasonable is that Rey is rebuilding the Jedi Order.
Okay, how far past Rise of Skywalker is it?
We're not sure, but a bit. Presumably enough where... And remember, like, Rey doesn't necessarily have to do the thing where she goes and kidnaps a screaming child from their parents.
This is true.
Like the old Jedi used to do. Like, she could be, like, at the Kroger or something.
Be like, hey!
And, like, bump into some lady and be like, oh, you know the Force. And she's like, yeah. She's like, well, you want to
come be a Jedi?
On Thursdays?
Well,
like,
we have cool lightsabers.
Yeah, it's like a book club, pretty much. I'll teach you how to use the Force, and I'll give you a laser sword.
Also, I stole these books from Luke's tree.
Right.
If you want to read them.
She's like, who the fuck is Luke?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So anyway, the rumor mill here is that, well, first of all, they're setting up apparently a big trilogy with this, but also that Daisy Ridley's character Rey is going to be pretty involved. And if the timeline is how I understand it, and this kid's mother is a Jedi, it would make sense that in this era you can't do Jedi stuff without Rey. Kind of like how you can't do Jedi stuff in The Mandalorian and Grogu and Ahsoka without doing Luke, you would think.
Yeah, you would think.
So this passes the sniff test. However, it is important to point out that this has no official confirmation. And it
probably won't for at least a year or two.
Right. So this all just could be wild early day speculation about a series or about a trilogy or at least a film that we're not going to see for several years. So take it with a grain of salt.
Also, if this is trilogy, I really, really hope they at least have like an outline for movie 3 before they
start
finish
filming.
this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of that's some of the magic that I've really appreciated so far about what I've been reading about how James Gunn has been doing the DC universe or whatever it's called right now.
Yeah. The
DC, yeah, whatever it is. He has a strict rule over there, which is that they do not start filming on a project until the script is entirely done. And they have things planned out and everything.
So none of this Marvel trying to save everything in post and
or reshoots or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, right. I
appreciate that.
I just channeled my inner Hank Hill a little bit and said whatever.
Don't worry about
I've been watching that show too much. Let's move on. Oh, so this kind of gets into like economics news a little bit,
Ooh,
but
yes.
also are you are you in the know? Yeah.
It was announced, I think, either this week or last week, that Electronic Arts, everybody's least favorite video game publisher, is being purchased for the price of $55 billion by a consortium including the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund
and his best friend, and the Saudis' best friend,
Jared Kushner.
Yeah.
And also Silver Lake, which is a private equity firm.
Right.
If there was ever a reason to stop buying EA games, this is it right now.
Yeah. Oh, man.
The Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund exists to whitewash a brutally repressive regime that not only kills journalists, but is involved in a whole bunch of other shady shit and is also just terrible in general.
Yeah.
Like, it is...
The Saudi government isn't great.
It's illegal for women to drive in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Our friends, the Saudis, as people who understand our foreign relations in America, we love the Saudis. We love giving them weapons, and we love turning a blind eye to their disgusting humanitarian crimes. Why? Why?
We love oil.
Because we love that sweet fucking oil. We love that money. Also, Jared Kushner is a douchebag. That's an entirely different thing.
But
this was a massive deal, by the way.
It's massive for a couple of different reasons, not the least of which is that this deal is taking EA private and also saddling them with $20 billion of debt. $20 billion with a B. That is a ludicrous amount of money that
the human mind cannot understand a number like that. Like in the abstract, we know that it's big and we know the word billion, but if you were to actually have a visualization of what 1 billion is compared to just one, let alone 20 billion, your mind is not capable of understanding that.
And that means that they are going to be like this loan, by the way, like that debt is rated about the lowest a loan possibly can be, which means the interest rate is through the roof, which means that EA is going to be paying interest on this debt basically forever, assuming they don't default on it, which is entirely possible. It also means that EA is going to need to cut costs a lot, which means layoffs are coming. Subsidiary studios are going to close at EA. It is going to be a goddamn mess.
Now, why do we care about this as Star Wars fans
because
or
EA
Nerdum fans?
Makes a lot of Star Wars games.
Specifically, one that we're really looking forward to that should be the capstone or the end of a trilogy, which is the Jedi Survivor Cal Kestis verse of video games. Two solid games, by the way. Which, good job, EA. When you do something good, we'll say so.
Though in this case, it was mostly just giving Respawn the resources they needed and staying out of the way.
No, you're right. That's a really good point. Respawn deserves, I think, the kudos for those games because those two games are solid games. Yeah. And I know that the second one, Jedi Survivor, had some rocky issues on PC when it launched, and I understand that if you're a PC player, I'm sure that was very frustrating. I played it on Xbox. The game ran beautifully for me and most people on console, I think. So like I understand that that's kind of a mark against it. But the games have good stories. They're very Star Wars. It's a lot of fun to play, and I think most people are looking forward to the third game. So much so that people really want to see Cal Kestis in live action. And one of the reasons why Cal Kestis was in the Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Universe or the Galaxy or whatever, voiced by Cameron Monaghan. So this is a little troubling if you're really looking forward to this third game, because let me tell you, in the video gaming world, licensed video games aren't people's favorite things to make because they make the least amount of money.
Yep. When you don't control the intellectual property, it's hard to.
Well, most of the money doesn't go to you; it goes to the franchise,
the licensing fees.
Yeah. So I would be worried about this. It would apparently be a good business decision if you're looking to cut costs. You don't do any fucking licensed games because why would you? You know, it's you're probably gonna end up in the red on it anyway. So, oh man, it sucks. Hopefully they give it to someone else.
Hopefully,
yeah. All right, let's talk about greener, more zombie-filled pastures, shall we? Because I'll tell you what, I'm happy to talk about a zombie apocalypse way more than the Saudi government.
Than the current apocalypse we're living
right,
through?
Yeah. You know what really comforts me, Chris?
What's that?
When I think that sentence you just said, what really comforts me is that in a few billion years, the sun will expand and consume our solar system.
Yeah.
And
none of this will matter anymore.
Nothing anyone has ever done or ever will do will matter. And if somehow, listen,
cheerful nihilism.
If we somehow escape the solar system and colonize somewhere else in space, eventually the heat death of the universe will come, and nothing we do now or will ever do will matter. I call it smileism.
That's pretty good.
You know, I am absolutely a nihilist, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? I don't believe in an afterlife, so like this is what we've got.
Yeah, might as well have fun with it.
So I'm gonna sit down and do a podcast with my friend and laugh about the stupid bullshit happening around us. All right, Marvel Zombies was a 4-episode
micro series
or what's like miniseries. Yeah. It was released this last couple of weeks.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. There's not a ton in it to like. There aren't any huge spoilers. Yeah. It kind of exists in its own little microcosm anyway, so it doesn't really have an impact on the Marvel cinematic universe at large.
For good reason.
Yeah, well, because most of everyone dies.
Yes.
But
spoilers, by the way.
It's also
people die in zombie media.
Right. Yeah. It's also worth pointing out that this would not exist if the Marvel What If series didn't explore the What If Marvel But Zombies episode in like the first season. And people understandably was like, oh, that's cool. We like that. And so they're like, okay, well, how about a miniseries? And so now we have this miniseries. And basically where we are, so Janet Van Dyne comes back from Little Land with a quantum virus that infects the world. The Avengers try to stop it, and they get turned into zombies.
Yes,
most of them.
And now there are super zombies running around.
Right. So, we are kind of dropped in this situation with Kate Bishop, from who we know.
Kate Bishop.
Yeah. Who we know from Hawkeye. That really. Actually, I really like that series. Yeah. It's a really good Christmas thing. Hold on, I gotta sneeze.
So we got Kate Bishop. We got
Riri Williams.
Ironheart.
From Ironheart fame, and also Kamala Khan.
The one and only Miss Marvel.
One of my favorite characters, I think, in the universe right now, from Miss Marvel and The Marvels, which was a movie I think
it's a good movie.
People should have liked. It wasn't amazing. Like it wasn't the best Marvel movie I've ever seen, but I thought it was really cool. Show me a movie with Captain Marvel in it, and I'm probably on board. So they are just trying to like survive together in the ruins of New York City. So during their
they're
adventure,
just walking around being hetero life partners.
Yes, yeah, the three. Yeah, yeah, they are kind of. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a like menage a trois, like, you know, throuple kind of thing.
Except I think they're all hetero.
They probably don't fuck each other. I assume someone from Marvel can reach out to us and correct us on that if you want.
Although if there was any scenario for flexible sexuality, the zombie apocalypse would probably be.
Yeah, it's like you're probably going to get eaten anyway, so
The fuck doesn't matter.
Yeah, like if you've not kissed a girl yet, go kiss
Give it a try.
Yeah.
Assuming she consents.
Yeah, true. And is not a zombie.
Yeah.
So the three of them discover a shrinking device.
A shrunken device.
A shrunken device inside, I think that's a typo, inside a zombified shield agent.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, what the fuck is this thing?
Right, because they have a scanner and they're like, oh, it's a thing. And so they reach into the guts, they get it. And the only way they can know what it is if they travel to a shield base in Ohio, of all places.
I guess that's just the closest shield base.
Right. And they're going to take it there and like try to figure out what it is, right?
So they pile in Riri's car and road trip, and along the way they pass through the Valley of the Gods.
Yes. Well, by the way, I love this idea. And basically what is happening is that zombie Icarus and zombie Captain Marvel.
I don't think Icarus is a zombie.
Right.
I think he's just like damaged and like his programming is corrupted or something, and he's locked into.
He's being crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
Because they said he's synthetic, he can't be zombified.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so it's Icarus and Captain Marvel, who is a zombie. Two god level beings.
They fly around and they shoot laser beams.
Cannot hurt one another, but are locked for eternity.
Yeah.
In this never-ending battle, which this concept is really neat to me, because how do you keep zombie Carol Danvers from not nuking the entire fucking Earth? Is you have her locked
constantly distracted
by Icarus, right? Yeah, it's the only way it works. So, where was I? Okay, so on their way to Ohio.
They get distracted by this. Their car gets knocked over, and they get swarmed by zombies because that's what happens here.
In the chaos, Kate Bishop is killed, and if you're thinking, "Oh God, they killed Kate Bishop,"
everyone dies.
Oh man, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a lot of these characters are going to die. So Kamala and Riri they're attacked by a massive zombie horde. They also have. They have Tony's old AI, Friday, who is controlling the Iron Man suit, but with a little teddy bear head, which I think is really funny.
It's cute.
She's there with them, and so Riri and Friday end up sacrificing themselves to launch Kamala to safety so that she can get to Ohio, because everyone really wants to be in Ohio for some reason. Can't understand why. Have you ever been to Ohio?
I don't think so.
Let me tell you. It sucks. It doesn't suck as much as Kansas.
That's true.
But it's up there. So
on the way, Kamala runs into Blade Knight, which is Blade but Moon Knight.
I like this combination
it works.
of heroes. And I bet I'm really, really curious to know specifically how Wesley Snipes' Blade would interact with Khonshu. Now, did you notice, by the way, that the likeness of Blade Knight, Moon Blade, is Mahershala Ali?
I did not notice.
Yes, but it is not his voice. Famously, everyone knows like Mahershala Ali is supposed to have a Blade standalone movie that's going to be rated R.
Eventually, maybe, unless it gets canceled.
It probably isn't happening. But he his face is there, but the voice isn't. But he saves Kamala, and he's like, okay, well, I'll take you to the fucking shield base, and
we'll go to Ohio, I guess.
Yeah. So at the base, they meet Melina Vostokov, who's one of the Black Widows, right?
Yeah, she's the wife of Red Guardian wife.
All right, Alexei Shostakov, who is the Red Guardian.
Red Guardian,
and their daughter Yelena, who's we know,
Yeah, Yelena.
So
Turns out they've got some technology to control zombies.
this is kind of really neat, actually. They get there and there's a whole zombie horde.
And they're like, shit, did we come to the wrong place?
Right, but then like they all kind of are just taking their orders and everything, and it's kind of related to in the movies they explore that like mind control technology or whatever that the Red Room
have,
right. So we find out that the shrunken device, the second time I put that in there, shrunken device is revealed to be some kind of transmitter.
Yes.
And to work, it must be activated in space to send a distress signal to the Nova Core.
Did they mention? Is this when they mentioned the Wakanda event? Because the reason that it doesn't work from where they are now is that there's too much
I think they
interference
mentioned
in
the
atmosphere.
Wakanda event after we find out what the Wakanda event is. But it is the reason why it doesn't work, like whatever. Or why they can't transmit from.
So like, okay, we need a spaceship. Where can we find a spaceship?
Right. And Moonblade or whoever was like, I know where to get a spaceship. And they're like, great. Well, let's go and do that.
Yeah.
So there's this major attack on their base in Ohio, their Ohio base.
Led by Okoye,
Yeah.
who's a zombie.
And she's now serving fucking Wanda Maximoff, now known as the Red Queen, the Queen of the Dead. So they're attacked by a giant zombie horde, including Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers' torso.
Yes, right, because he doesn't have legs. Because in the What If episode, he gets split in half. Yeah. Clint Barton's there. Ava Starr, who's Ghost, is there. Emil Blonsky, Abomination.
Oh, yeah, Ghost. Like, she goes hard in this episode.
Right. So Steve Rogers dies. Alexi kills Steve Rogers, which, by the way...
Well, kills him again.
Yeah, but imagine being Red Guardian and getting to kill Steve Rogers. Like, your one, like, rival, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, you only killed, like, half of him, so does that really count?
Well, I think he kills the rest of him. In this episode, he kills the rest of him.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is this really neat sequence between Blade Knight and Ghost where she's like teleporting all around and shit, and he's like swinging a sword around, and then just all of a sudden he's got her, and he's like, hell yeah.
He does the cool samurai thing.
By the way, Blade Knight, Aura Farms.
Yeah.
This entire fucking series. There's a really funny moment where they're all falling from the sky to their death, and he's just like he's got his arms crossed.
Speaking of give me a Blade Knight standalone movie. Honestly,
that would be really cool.
I'd go really hard.
So Melinda sacrifices herself so she can escape. After escaping, Blade Knight reveals. Oh, that's when he reveals he knows where a spaceship is. So. We get a flashback. I think this is the beginning of the second episode.
Like day 1 or day 2.
Right. We get a flashback to day 0. Shang-Chi and Katie Chen, who's played by Awkwafina,
who might be my favorite voice actor. In this
she is
series.
really, really good. Do you know that she was in the Little Mermaid reboot?
Oh.
Which is on its face terrible, but Awkwafina plays the seagull.
Okay.
And she's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, it's really funny.
I feel like the more over the top an actor was with their character in live action, the better the voice actor they are.
Wait, say that again?
The more over the top a Marvel actor is with their character in live action, the better they are as a voice actor in animation.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah. So, FBI agent Jimmy Woo is
Who's also really good in this.
Yeah, he's the guy that teaches himself magic, and we learned about him from Ant-Man, and then he ends up in WandaVision as well. So
it's chaos in San Francisco.
Right.
There's zombies everywhere. There's
giant zombies
because there's Pym particles around. Shang-Chi's Daddy 10 Rings shows up and starts kicking ass.
By the way, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but I feel like I need to confess something. When Shang-Chi came out in theaters, I was very distracted the entire movie because Shang-Chi's dad is so hot.
He is a very pretty man. And
he's not generally my type. I don't generally like guys that are like 20 years older than me, but I was like, damn.
He's got it going on.
And so he shows up, and he, like, obviously he's going to be there to save
He's like,
his son.
all right, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Because
Shang-Chi is like, no, we have to save all these people. He's like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then Shang-Chi gets bitten by a zombie, And Daddy Ten Rings is like, well, fuck, I guess I can't let you just turn into a zombie.
Right.
Have the rings. I'm going to die now. Please leave.
Right. Also, you're kind of like your mom. Boo, but also it's cute. Yes. Okay, I'm dead now. So one of the rings is able to like
permanently fixed around his biceps, stopping the zombification
infection,
from going any further.
So, so Shang-Chi is dead. Or no, Shang-Chi is bitten. His dad is dead. Yep. He gets the 10 rings, and he sacrifices himself to buy them some time to escape. So present day, the survivors, Shang-Chi, Katie, Wu, Death Dealer, who was a part of the 10 Rings organization, travel to Zemo's stronghold, which is a repurposed version of the Raft prison.
Yep. From
fucking Captain America and the whatever where they fight each other. It
took me a minute to realize what it was, but I was like, you know what? That's pretty cool.
One of my coolest moments in the MCU, and it's one that maybe not a ton of people would have even noticed or maybe thought was necessarily cool, is when in that movie it was Captain America and the Winter Soldier, right? Is the one or Civil War, where they all fight.
Yeah.
He leaves the raft after telling the general guy there. He's like, "No, I won't do anything bad. I'll be good." Yeah. And he sits in his helicopter. The helicopter takes off, and he like sticks his finger in a hole, and it just turns him into Iron Man, and then shoots him out the back. It's really in the MCU. Tony Stark has some of the coolest fucking like suit up scenes. Okay, so Zemo is running his own little.
The city on the sea.
Yeah, and it's so that we find out that the raft can like move around. It's like a submarine, pretty much.
And John Walker's there as his second in command.
Oh God, I saw him and I was like, oh no, it's John Walker. I can never escape John Walker. So they rendezvous with Kamala Khan's group, and the two groups kind of form an alliance, and they plan to travel together to New Asgard.
And Zemo's like, I hate heroes, but if you guys swear that you'll protect the people here, then I'll let you on board.
Yes. So on the way to New Asgard, they get attacked by
Atlantean zombies.
Yes. And Zemo immediately was like, oh, you're going to protect us because I'm going to kick you off the ship and you're going to buy us time while we escape. Thanks for your service. And then, this plan backfires.
Goes very poorly because zombie Namor shows up and starts wrecking shit.
Yes.
They have to put him inside the cell designed to contain the Hulk.
Right.
And even that doesn't contain him?
Not very well, does it? Zemo and John Walker attempt to flee in an escape pod. Namor just fucking ices Walker.
Yeah.
And most of the Shang-Chi crew as well. Namor reveals that Wanda Maximoff is targeting the group's transmitter, so she wants something to do with that. And then Kamala Khan kills Namor. And which you're like, damn girl.
Yeah.
Because you know that Kamala Khan, after killing Namor, in the moment was probably like really like disturbed by it. But later on was like, hey guys, I killed Namor. I'm the one that killed Namor. Yeah. So as the raft begins to sink, the group rushes to launch the escape pod.
And Yelena has to stay behind to launch it, and
it's very sad. Yep. Obviously, Alexei is bereft. The group escapes successfully, well, except for Yelena, and she raises a toast to her fallen allies before being overrun and killed by the Horde. So we get a flashback to the Battle of Wakanda. This is episode 3. Fucking Peter Parker is there. Scott Lang's head in a jar.
Is this episode 3? I think this is episode 4. I might be misremembering.
Well, then we just finished episode 3 then. I think this is episode 3.
No, because episode 3 is New Asgard. They wash up on New Asgard, and Red Guardian's very sad. And then they meet Valkyrie, who's like, you know what?
That's so. I think the flashback starts the episode, and then that happens. Okay. It doesn't matter. So, Battle for Wakanda. Peter Parker is there. Scott Lang's head in a jar.
Disembodied head.
Yes, being floated around by the cloak of levitation from Doctor Strange. And T'Challa, which was a little weird because they have him do the Wakanda Forever thing, but it's not. Fuck. What? Why can't I remember his name? Black Panther. They do play Black Panther. Which felt a little weird because I'm not sure I can really consider anyone Black Panther after that. But anyway, they're there. zombie Thanos shows up and has all of the stones except for the Mind Stone, which the heroes have.
Yeah.
And there is a giant battle. And then fucking Thor shows up with Rocket Raccoon and Groot, and it's fucking...
And for saying anything, oh, they're going to save the day, and then
Right.
Thanos fucking evaporates them.
Well, see, Thor made the same mistake in the animated version that he did in the film, and he didn't go for the head. He throws his axe at his chest, and then he just obliterates them, and all that's left of poor Rocket Raccoon is his little skull.
Yeah.
It's so disturbing.
It's sad.
Yeah. So Rocket and Groot die. Thor is severely injured. Thanos gets the Mind Stone. They also make a point where they notice that Thanos is really stupid because he's a zombie.
Yeah.
So he can't like focus the power of the gauntlet at first, but then like he starts to learn. He's like, oh, this motherfucker can put time back. Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez.
And they watch him like learn in real time.
And they're like, shit, we got to deal with this guy right now.
And there's so much like damage in the battle that the vibranium molten core of Wakanda is exposed or whatever.
Yeah, T'Challa takes Thanos
like,
down into
right as
core
Thanos puts the Mind Stone in, he's got all the stones he's going to snap. I don't know what zombie Thanos snaps for. Probably just
turn
more people to
into
eat.
zombies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, right before he snaps, T'Challa launches himself, pushes him into the vibranium core, destroys the Infinity Stones, and most of Wakanda.
Yes.
Probably
There's
all of Wakanda.
Large explosion.
Yeah. So a surge of energy is released, and Peter and Scott are rescued by the remaining Kamar-Taj dudes. So present day, Kamala Khan's group arrives at New Asgard. Blade convinces Valkyrie to allow them inside.
Well,
Introduces
Khonshu.
her to Khonshu, which is really funny. I like this detail where Valkyrie can see Khonshu, but no one else in the group can. So she's talking to air.
Who the fuck is she talking to? So they go inside.
Yeah, it turns out the Asgardians are just having a perpetual party inside their little like cliff.
I mean, it's the end of the world. Why not?
Yeah, and they're all drunk as fuck. They're all eating food and shit.
Everyone except Thor, who's
Yeah.
just sitting on his throne and being kind of emo.
Thor's having a bad day. It seems like there is no universe where Thor isn't crippled by depression, which really sucks for him, and I'm very sorry.
So Alexei sits down and starts eating and drinking, and then who should show up but fucking Wanda Maximoff?
But not zombie Wanda.
No, just regular human Wanda.
Pretty, she combed her hair today, Wanda.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, like the zombie queen version of Wanda,
Doesn't look so good.
not brushing her hair every day. I can tell you that right now.
So Kamala's like, you're the queen of the dead.
And
We're going to kick your ass.
She's like, but, and counterpoint, would the queen of the dead have hair like this? And she's like, well, you also can bend the fabric of reality, so probably, yeah.
Wanda's like, look, I want to save the world. I can make it the way it's supposed to be. I just need your help, Kamala. Kamala's like, maybe not.
Pass?
And Wanda's like, okay, well, let me just sort of wave my hand and reveal that all the Asgardians have been eating zombie flesh for the past however long.
Oh, and they're gonna
so they're all gonna turn into zombies now.
They're all gonna be zombies soon. And also the reveal that Alexi's just been noshing away on someone's fingers the whole time. I'm surprised. It takes him a long time to turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
So he must have some kind of like Russian,
I don't know,
gumption or something.
So fight breaks out.
Russian gumption. That would be a great fucking band name.
Russian gumption.
Yeah.
Fight breaks out. Some of Kamala's team go down. They start running for the spaceship with Valkyrie. On the way down, Alexei starts turning into a zombie, and Kamala has to fight him off, and it's real sad. They get on the spaceship, they start flying away, and then they get pulled back by the Queen of the Dead, who's like, no, actually, I need Kamala. Can you just come back here?
She pulls a Darth Vader.
Yeah.
She pulls that shit right out of the sky.
And then Thor is like, actually, how about some thunder?
Yeah.
And he starts fighting Wanda, and the good guys fly away. So they go all the way up out of the atmosphere. They turn on the transmitter, only to find out that the Nova Corps is already here and has surrounded and quarantined the planet.
Yeah, so they're like, turn around and go back to your shitty zombie planet or we're going to destroy you.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, these are the Nova Corps. It's a throwaway line, I think, in Infinity War, because the Nova Corps is a big deal.
Yeah, they're the space police,
right? But
the Space Highway Patrol, if you prefer.
Yeah, they're the first people that Thanos destroys. So when he gets to Earth, like I know a lot of people who weren't paying attention were like, "Well, what about the Nova Corps?" It's like, oh,
they're already dead.
Yeah, he took them down pretty quick, actually. So yeah, Nova Corps, they're doing quarantine. Fucking no one leaves. I imagine this is actually what it's like in real life. Like, we're gonna get really good at space travel. We're gonna get to the edge of our solar system in a manned mission.
Actually, you crazy fucking apes can just turn around.
And there's gonna be like a whole grid of like spaceships, and they're gonna be like, nope, you stay in your shitty solar system. Oh man. Okay, so
so they
Nova Corps trying to shoot them down, right? Because they're trying to run. And they are also rescued. This is where the ship blows up. They're falling through the sky.
And Kamala has to make a bubble to save them, and then the bubble breaks, and they get rescued by Kamar-Taj.
Right. So the sorcerers at Kamar-Taj reveal that the Infinity Stone's surging energy is being contained by Infinity Hulk.
Yes.
And presumably...
Which is just a terrifying sentence to say.
Yeah, I heard them say that, and I was like,
excuse me?
What now?
Infinity Hulk?
So presumably... it empowered this reality's version of Bruce Banner. So there's a final stand.
Because Wanda needs the infinity power.
Right. And so she takes an army to, I guess they're in Las Vegas or something?
Paris.
Or Paris, right. I don't know why the fuck did I think Las Vegas?
I don't know.
So she goes there with her army. She has this huge zombie army. She shows up. He's able to hold them
Hulk
off.
Fights off some of them, but there's too many.
He's pretty fucking cool, by the way. Infinity Hulk is pretty neat. He's able to hold them off initially.
And then but they overwhelm him, and then the good guys show up, and they hold them off long enough for Infinity Hulk to get a second wind, and he fights them off a little bit.
And then all of them die, more or less. Though there is this one really great shot of, like, I think zombie, one of the Pims, a little tiny wasp, is like flying around, and fucking Blade comes around with a sword and cuts it right in half. And when he's swinging his sword around, when the blade passes over his face, it's Khonshu's face. And I never thought that mixing Moon Knight and Blade would have been so fucking cool, but I will die on this hill. I bet Blade and Khonshu have some of the most engaging, entertaining conversations in the world, because the conversations we're used to seeing between Khonshu and Moon Knight are with Oscar Isaac, right?
Yeah.
Who's kind of bumbling and kind of, very British. Yeah. No offense. But like Blade, I bet that they like each other quite a lot.
Yeah.
Khonshu is like, you're going to be my avatar. And he's like, you know what?
Hell yeah.
Fuck it. Sounds good.
I'm in.
Yeah. So pretty much all the heroes die.
Yes. Wanda's like, okay, look, I've won. I've got Infinity Hulk here. I'm taking his power.
Yeah.
I just need your help, and I can reset the world, make it the way it's supposed to be. So just fucking take my hand. And Kamala's like, you know what? We've kind of lost here, and I don't want all my new companions to have died for nothing. So fucking here's my hand, I guess.
Also, my legs are very tired.
Yes.
I've not slept in days. Fuck it. Whatever.
And Kamala wakes up, and it's just normal.
Normal, yeah.
Yeah. Just normal.
And you think for a second that Wanda was able to, like, reverse everything.
Yeah.
But as it turns out,
like, Kate Bishop and Riri come over, and they go out for boba, and they're just, just hanging around. They say, hey, that's a cute guy.
Yep. The guy from Miss Marvel, by the way.
Yeah.
Her little crush from that. So reality starts to break a little bit, though, and she notices that maybe not everything is the way that it seems.
And Riri's like, hey, there's still zombies here. Just fucking let's go.
Yep. And that's where the whole fucking show ends, which I presume that they will almost certainly do a second season of this show.
Yeah.
Because you can't just end it like that, right?
I mean, technically they ended on a little jump scare of zombies.
Oh, of Wanda. It's like, oh, God, yeah. So I enjoyed this. I thought it was a lot of fun. I think my favorite part was probably the Thanos battle.
Just because you like Thanos?
Thanos is pretty fucking cool, but also I think maybe because of Scott Lang's head in a jar. Which is funny because he can't do very much.
Yeah.
Except for fly around and bump his head into things. Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you need.
I guess he kind of helped Spider-Man a couple times.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, so anyway. We're going to move on. We got a couple minutes here to talk about Gen V episode, 4 and 5? Bags.
Guess,
And the kids are not all right. This week, we're not going scene for scene, but next week, because we'll only be doing one of these, we'll have some more time to slow down. And
we had a lot to catch up on the last couple weeks.
Which I'm thankful for because I'm just now kind of starting to enjoy the show. I like a good mystery. I think most people who know me know that I like a good fucking mystery, and I think that part of the show is starting to come around a little bit. And so
they definitely set up Cypher as the mystery of this season.
And we leave off. So Jordan Lee, right before episode 4, gave the shocking confession that
we tried to kill Cade and bada.
Everything here is a lie. Vought sucks. Fuck all you guys.
So they get hauled. Jordan and Marie get hauled into Cypher's office, and he's like, "Okay, here's how we're gonna fix this. You two are gonna fight on pay-per-view, and you're gonna make it fucking look good, and Jordan's gonna lose."
Yes. Any questions? They're like, "Can we not do that?"
He's like, "Only if you want to go back to Elmira."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Actually, we don't want to go to Elmira, so I guess this is what we're doing."
Yep.
Now.
So they come up with this plan because Jordan is like taking private lessons, or not Jordan. Marie is taking private lessons from Cypher to like unlock her potential or whatever. And so they come up with this brilliant plan. During my lesson, you guys go break in because there's something at his house he doesn't want people to know about.
Kate's like, "Hey, there's this locked door with weird mechanical sounds, and nobody knows what's in there."
Yeah. And so they do that. They break in,
and they find that there's this fucked up dude in a tube.
Looks a little like Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
Post
Mustafar.
burning. Yeah. So some dude in a fucking and I love the jump scare there.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he just opens his eyes and like, oh fuck. So
and Marie is learning to levitate bags of blood and also goats that are named Elon Musk,
which he explodes.
Yes.
Which I appreciate.
I appreciate that there was a line in there like, we name the goats after
terrible
shitty people,
yeah,
so that you don't feel bad when you accidentally kill them.
Yes. Now, a distinction needs to be made here. We are in no way calling for violence against anyone. I'm just saying that seeing a goat named Elon Musk getting exploded was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I watched it. So, she's doing her lessons. He comes clean with her about Project Odessa, which it was a project to enhance Supes, because he's got this method, right? He's got this method where he helps people unlock their whatever the fuck. And
it's like Alexander technique or something.
Yeah.
Which is something that no one's going to understand.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. In the midst of all this, Marie realizes that, hey, I can feel blood, and hey, Cypher doesn't have any compound V in his system. That's really fucking weird.
We also find out that so it seems to matter a lot to Cypher that Marie becomes a foil to Homelander. Mm-hmm. And I think my private, how many students do they got there at Elmira at the end of this 2-episode thing?
At Elmira or at Godolkin?
At Elmira.
At Elmira, I think.
Because we end up with Marie. The spoilers in the next episode.
Kate, Marie, Emma, Jordan. Annabeth, but she's not a Supe.
Right. Probably eventually.
There were the 3 that Kate saw when she came in.
And probably also Sammy at some point. You would assume, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe?
Am I crazy for thinking that Cypher is trying to put together an anti-Guardians squad, like a Suicide Squad? What is Homeland? What is that group called? The Seven? Yeah. Like, is he trying to like put together a foil to that, where like he's got 7 of his own, like really highly powered? Whatever?
I think he has a different agenda, but I don't know that I have an idea of what that agenda properly
let's
is.
Get all the juicy shit out of the way. Okay. So they do the boxing match. They find out that not only is Cypher because their theory is he doesn't have any superpowers. They were wrong. He does have superpowers, and he can turn people into meat puppets, and he can make them do whatever the fuck he wants without touching them or anything.
Yep.
And
so he makes Jordan fight Marie, and Marie fights back, and
almost kills her.
Yep, almost kills Jordan.
And so they all end up back in Elmira anyway, right?
Yes.
So they put Kate in Elmira because she was going to record, like she's trying to record Cypher and get him to admit that he was human, and so he's
and then
like,
the other three are like, well, we can't just leave Kate in prison. That would be shitty of us. So let's go break her out.
right? And so they all get captured, which I think was his plan in the first place, was to get everyone back at Elmira. So everyone's back in Elmira. Turns out Marie's sister is there. And
very, very important line. Cypher is taunting Jordan about, how easy it was to control them.
Right.
And Jordan's like, you didn't enjoy puppeteering me. Actually, you were in constant pain the entire time. I know.
Yeah. So what is your problem?
So
this visibly gets to him.
Yeah.
Where, like, because you know how unflappable he is, where everything is just like water off a duck's ass, right? But she says, they say that, and he for a second is
he pauses for a few seconds, and he's like,
God damn it.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
This plays. I told you I had a theory about Cypher. So my theory is this: we know that Cypher has this fucked up guy in a tube in his house. We know that
he likes to fuck Green Sage.
Sister Sage.
Sister Sage in front of him.
Yes. We know that the body that we know as Cypher doesn't have V in it. We know that.
I think I know where you're going.
We know that Cypher is in constant pain.
Cypher's the puppet.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Cypher is the guy in the tube.
I got there. When you phrase something a certain way, and you got me there. I that makes perfect sense.
There's another step to this.
Okay.
I think Cypher, the fucked up guy in the tube, is Thomas Godolkin.
I think we're meant to think that. I think that's like the one thing that's probably obvious.
Okay.
Because there was that fire.
Yeah, there was a fire, and Godolkin got fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, Godolkin was in the fire. We didn't see how it turned out. But who do we know that knows about V, would have access to V, and might have the knowledge to tune it precisely that he thinks it might heal him or fix him from being covered in burns? Maybe a guy who was researching Compound V the entire time? Like Thomas Godolkin?
Yeah. No, I'm fully on board with that. That makes perfect sense. That fits.
Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't read anything on the internet. I don't know if other people are thinking this.
I don't know anything about it either, but that to me makes perfect sense, especially with the constant pain thing, and the fact that he did fuck a woman right in front of him.
Yes, and like Sage turned to make eye contact with the fucked up guy, and the fucked up guy was just like, yeah.
So you think she's probably figured that out.
Yes, absolutely.
So what's the angle then? What is Thomas Godolkin's angle with making Marie?
Well, let's get to the end of the episode where they stage their little breakout.
Yeah.
And they go to rescue Annabeth, and they get in the cell, and Annabeth has her throat slit, and everyone's freaking out, and Marie's just like, actually, I got this, and uses her powers and heals Annabeth and brings her back to life.
At the expense of her friends, it seems.
Yes, they all suffer a little bit for this. Like, everyone gets nosebleeds and big headaches. I think it's to heal Godolkin, to heal all the burn scars.
Oh, to get her to heal him?
Yes.
Okay.
There's probably more beyond that. Probably something that relates to taking down Homelander, because I don't think anybody really likes the guy.
Yeah,
but
I think anyone would be looking for a way to protect themselves against Homelander, at least.
But that's as far as I've gotten with my theory.
I like it. That's a sound theory that is supported by evidence. It is my favorite kind.
Thank you.
I do wonder a little bit about this language. It's not a defeater at all for any of that. But he does say that Marie is going to be his salvation, which makes sense for the injuries, but also everyone else's salvation.
Yeah, that's the part I don't know, because I don't think there's enough evidence in the show to make any conclusions about what he means by that.
It could be some kind of megalomania.
Could be.
Where he's going to save the world and he can't do it until he's fixed.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Anyway, we are going to give this show a little bit more attention next week when we have the time. So make sure you tune in. That is the end of our show today, though. Thank you so much for joining us. I will be back tomorrow with some Battlefront. So you can come and say hi as we do that. Battlefront Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 7 o'clock p.m. Central. We'll be back, of course, with the Jedi Enclave Presents the Now This Is Podcasting podcast next week, Wednesday at 7:30. Hope to see you then.